to explain exactly what's going on and what they're working on, so that he can understand that a lot is being done. So, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Madam Secretary.
Regina Imburgia.
I'm Regina Imburgia from District 14, and unfortunately, my council member, District 14, is not here because he went to go to a seminar in Tampa, Florida, for the National League of Cities to understand supporting people experiencing homelessness. Well, I think there's enough people that you can talk to here in Dallas and save the taxpayer money for a visit to Tampa, Florida. Okay, what I wanted to talk about was the council voting situation, and so the public knows the mayor has the authority, Mayor, you know you have the authority, to put something on the agenda for a vote. Or 5 council members can write a letter to the mayor to put something on the agenda. Well, we've been wanting fluoride to be put on the agenda so that Dallas stops the fluoridation. The city council purchases the hydrofluorosilicic acid that's put into the water to raise the fluoride level. This was started back in 1965. We've been petitioning you guys for 10 years. Well, now on September 24th, a judge ruling, I've mentioned it, but it's as though it's on deaf ears, that the judge has ruled that it has been proven that 0.7 parts per million fluoride, what is raised in Dallas for our fluoridated water, does cause harm to humans and the environment. Why now has it not been discussed, voted, and stopped? Well, partly probably what it is we send a lot of documents to you all, and then later on people say, I didn't see that. I sent things to you, Mayor, and to some of your staff. They didn't see them. I've tried to get meetings with you. You don't have any time. And the new deputy city manager that's over water, can't say her name very good, and I've been trying to figure out who she is. She took over for the city manager, Talbert. Anyways, no response. Okay? So we need more attention given to this, and then it needs to be brought up for a vote so that they can stop the fluoridation, stop the harm. That's one of the things I want to say. Also, too, I'm going to be talking about Elm Fork Treatment Center. They're the ones that they're one of the 3 treatment centers that add the fluoride at the end after the water is treated, and they're doing a terrible job. You need to form an ad hoc committee to look into this, Mayor, because your Quality of Life Committee doesn't want to touch it anymore, and then unfortunately, Council Member number 9, who's on the Environment Committee, she doesn't want to bring it up in her committee either. So you're going to have to maybe do more about this, and we request that very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Shantae Hart. Shantae Hart is not present. Allison Raskin.
Here.
I can hear you, Ms. Raskin. However, your video is not displayed. We can see you. You may continue.
Hi. There seems to be a troubling pattern in our city, of our city council disregarding the voices of the citizens who elected them. Today I came to address the fluoridation of our water, like Regina. However, it appears that our new federal administration may soon address this by banning fluoride nationally. While I find that promising, I'm disappointed to discover that once again the City Council seems poised to act against the will of the people. Specifically, I learned that the Council is exploring ways to circumvent the recently passed Proposition U, which mandates improved police staffing for our city. The increase in crime in our neighborhood, once safe and welcoming, has been alarming. We no longer feel comfortable allowing our children to walk around the neighborhood. Just recently, 2 homes nearby, one directly behind ours and one directly next door, were robbed. We often wonder if calling the police is even worth it, as they are too understaffed to respond adequately to robberies. As lifelong Dallas residents, we're now considering leaving the city once our youngest finishes high school in 4 years. If it weren't for our desire to maintain stability for our children, we would consider moving even sooner. We pay significantly higher property taxes than our friends in Houston and Austin. What are we getting in return? I also recently read a comment or an article written from a council member who will remain nameless, suggesting that we can't afford to staff our police force without cutting funds from libraries and parks. First, I'm certain there are plenty of other areas to reduce spending. Perhaps overseas trips to Japan are a good start. Second, if our parks and libraries aren't safe, what's the point in funding them at all? Maybe you could also save a few $1 million by not fluoridating our water. It's time for you to listen. It's time for you to listen to your citizens. Thank you.
Thank you. This concludes